Hello and welcome to episode 44 of Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. My name is Meg and I will be your host. You are coming to me in Rockville, Maryland, where I live with my husband and our service dog T. She is the puppy that you will see all over the Instagram. You can find me on the interwebs at mostly the links down below. And yes, I want to thank everyone who has recently subscribed to the Instagram. I am blown away, 2,000 subscribers. So in order to honor the extra subscribers here on YouTube and on Instagram, I'm going to have two different giveaways, and those will be posted in the Ravelry thread, which once again you can find in the links down below. There will be prompts with witty and wonderful questions in there. And you can answer them and then enter to win. So thank you. If you are a new viewer, welcome to the crazy, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I am on a bit of a tight schedule. I am trying to get into school today so that I can get some of my classroom set up. I'm trying to mail some things. I need to do some food shopping. I've already gotten my workout for the day. It's been bananas. So I am going to be talking slightly faster than normal. No, you do not have to adjust your screen. I promise I will try to articulate as nicely as possible. It is Friday, August 25th. The Christmas in July cal is wrapping up in just a few days. If you have a finished object, please get it into the FO thread and the chatter thread of Georgianne of Stitching Plaza. I am running this cal with her. Hi, Georgianne. She is absolutely wonderful, and I carry around at least 1 to 5 of her bags on any daily basis. The next cal is the bucket list sweater cal currently going on with Cassie of the Raspberry Knitter. She also has a podcast. Please check her out, and you can find her. I'm going to link her below on the Instagram, and then you simply can click over to her sites. All right, from there, we have one more knit along that is coming up. This will be with Hannah of the Crafty Chat podcast. Hi, Hannah! And I absolutely adore this girl, so I'm very excited that we are going to be doing the vintage sweater knit along, which will be any sort of vintage sweater, vintage pattern, vintage style, so cropped, 3/4 length sleeves, anything by Amy of the Poison Girls or Andy Satterland, are perfect examples. Doesn't have to be from them, but they're perfect examples. And you can also take something like the Trolley Dodger that Miss Lavelli was working on quite a bit ago, right? Katie? Katie of Inside Number 23, which is her podcast. So the Trolley Dodger, which was a free pattern on Knit Picks at one point. Not sure if it still is, but that looks like it belongs in Greece. It works. So yes, I hope you're getting all of your ideas. There is a thread open in my group already to chatter about what's going on and what you might want to do, and I am trying to answer those questions as I get around to them. Things have been slightly crazy trying to get everything wrapped up for the shop because I do start school on Monday with the kids. So I will be going back down to having 2 days off during the week. Both of those days are going to be filled with dyeing, packing, and getting things out. I believe Monday and Thursday are going to be my mail days, and it may result that you will have to wait maybe 2 or 3, 4 days longer for your yarn than you had previously in the past. Just throwing that out there. But it still will be pretty quick. I will get everything out as quickly as I can, and I want to thank you for having patience with me as I get back into the school year, as I am sure a lot of you are also dealing with, either through teaching, administration, or moms and dads. So let's get right into the heart of the episode. That is all the administrati that I have for this week. I am drinking green tea. I wonder if that is helping me talk faster than coffee. I have also made iced coffee, but it's in the fridge because that's going to school with me. So I am just 1 tea bag of green tea in a giant cup. By order of what came in first, this week I have a little bit of Mr. Postman. So yes, the little post owls have been winging their way to me, and I got a tiny little giveaway from Random Fandom Bags, who is Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much. I saw your work on Kay's podcast and a few others, and I was like, oh my gosh. So, guys, I got the tea pouch. So this one's Halloween, because after Kay's podcast, everybody got their little tushes over there and bought her out. So thank you for supporting her so quickly. I feel like I'm kind of late to the party on this one, but I am going to say everything I love about it. Anyway, I already stuck a little stitch marker in there to show you size-wise. There is a good amount of room. You could throw your scissors in there, your tapestry needle, because we all know we lose those like crazy. Any stitch markers. I think I might do themes, so all my Halloween ones are gonna go in the Halloween bag, which I cannot, I can't even. I'm very excited, and I am not a scary Halloween person either. She was mentioning her little girl's not into the Halloween, like, boo factor. Me neither, never was. I just want to dress up, eat some candy, and dance. That's all I want to do. So, right here is the gorgeous Random Fandom Bags logo. And I highly encourage you to head over to her shop and check it out. I'm not sure if she's doing pre-orders right now or anything, but just look over things. If something's sold out, message her. Maybe she would be able to place an order for something. We don't know what you want unless you kind of reach out and tell us. So it's always nice to get feedback, say, you know what, I really love this one fabric. Are you going to be getting it back in? And sometimes the answer is you can't. But a lot of the times it lets the dyer maker know what you want, and that's really helpful. So, Random Fandom Bags, Jamie, thank you so much. This one's mine, and this one's yours. So, it's a little bit, is it blown out? I can't tell. A little bit blown out, but so beautiful. And I'm trying to get this little, there it is. That's pretty. Oh, so pretty. So this is going to be going into the giveaway pile, and I am so excited and happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. Thank you. And next up, that the little post owls brought me, is from Tiny Human Knits, who is Laura. Here is her card. And back of card. So pretty. Love the card. So, the evil post, not the owls, the evil post hath eaten the last package that Laura tried to send me, which now that I see, breaks my heart even more. Like, I was already sad for her and about it, but now I just feel absolutely horrible that this happened, because these are stunning. These are stunning, stunning bags. So I'm gonna hold it up. Can you see? It's cross-stitched and it says Knit Notions. And look at all these cute little markers. So this is Tiny Human Knits on YouTube. And these bags, oh my word, they are gorgeous. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. She's got her tag in here too. So beautiful. Oh, and this fabric. Oh, that fabric stole my heart right away. Oh, so gorgeous. Oh, it's so pretty, and it's cross-stitched. How sweet is that? I don't think I've ever actually held real cross-stitch. Like, you always just see it inside little plaques and things, and nobody in my house does cross-stitch anymore. I think my grandma and my mom used to, but they don't. So, like, it's not up and around, and it's certainly not, like, relevant to what I like. This is stunning. This is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. Oh, my word. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I picked this one, but I have one to give away for the Christmas cowl. So This says cheer, Christmas, cozy, comfort, joy, believe, peace, happy, love. So it's got all these gorgeous little words on there in the mint, because mint is a thing right now, guys. So I'm sharing the mint. And it says knit notions in mint or green. Oh, it's so pretty. It's kind of like sage or celery. Maybe sage. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is going into our giveaway prize. I am so excited. It's going to be in the Christmas Cal. That is wrapping up once again just this next week. So please get your entries into the prize drawings, and that way that one of you might be able to win this stunning bag. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that they got here, because it's just a crime for them to end up anywhere else other than with knitters or crocheters or makers in any sort. All of y'all. If they don't end up with all of y'all, then it's a sad thing. Oh my word. They're beautiful. Thank you so much. And that is all of the Post Owl stuff for today, Mr. Postman. I have acquisitions later, so I'll talk about that. Let's move right into FOs. And I do have one. It is a ridiculously long coming FO. How long have I had these on the needles, guys? Has it been 6 months? Maybe? And they're shorty DK weight socks. How? I just got so bored of them, to be honest, but I like them now that they're off the needles and they can be on my feet, which actually they were. So there's at least 2 hours of wear on these socks. And then I was like, oh wait, these count. And I put them away for the podcast again. So this is my hand-dyed yarn in the Ravenclaw colorway. This is the 50-50, so half and half silver, half blue. Yeah, I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel in these, and they were supposed to be for me. Then I was like, you know what, I'll like them more if I make them for Pat. So they were gonna be for Pat, and then I looked at them and I went, I can't look at these that long. They're back for me, and they're gonna be shorties. So they are. I just did 16 rows on the cuff, just enough to get around my ankle and stuff. They're cute. I don't think I'll make another pair of shorties. I just don't care for how they look on my ankles and my feet. I think they look really weird, but they're good for like bed socks, and they're good for just laying out on the couch socks when I already have, you know, my pajamas, which are always longer than how tall I am. So yeah, this is just a quick, so anyway, this is my FO section for this week. Let's move into whips, of which I have quite a few. Now, last week I did mention my Cozy Memories sweater and then promptly forgot to pull it out to show you, because I did end up putting the, is this on? I put the sweater on 5s, and I separated for the sleeves, and there's maybe 2 rows under the arms. So it's barely there, but it is starting to look like a sweater. Ah. I was gonna rip it out again, and then I was like, you know what? I'm real sick of ripping things out. So I'm gonna leave it, and I'm just going to do the neckline, and I'm gonna live with what happens. Whoa, we're blown out. I'm gonna live with what happens, because I just can't rip out this again. This is the 3rd time that I've done this. I can't do it again. So this is my Cozy Memories sweater. I am making the pattern up as I go along. I hate it. I'm never gonna write this up because it's awful and you don't want it. Please just follow somebody who actually writes sweater patterns. It's awful. But I've gotten to the body portion, and I am going to do a try on because I am afraid that I don't have enough stitches around for the body. A little worried about that. So there might be some, I think I'll have to count around, and because I don't really like tight sweaters, so I don't mind if they're a little bit tighter in the bust. I don't mind that if they're like a little bit, but like around my waist or my hips, no go, never, not happening. So this is going to take some reassessment. I still love seeing all of my projects and being able to name each project, like the Ron Skein, and this one is the Cozy Cove, this one's Newt Scamander, that one is Molly Weasley, this one's Fred and George, that one's Homecoming, this one was a mini that I had, oh my gosh, it was so pretty, forget what that was, and then this one was Sirius, this one's McGonagall, and this is all Potions Master. Like it's blown out again. All right, so yes, this is just, it's great on the whole memory lane thing. I really do love it. So I have my giant cake ready to go. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. And it looks like this. Ta-da! And I'm dying to crack into it. It's been so long. It's actually fuzzing on the edges because it's taking me so long to actually knit with it. Such a shame. This is living in my Wonder Woman bag that my mom made me. Just a really simple half a sheet folded over and sewed. And I like it because it does the trick. From there, this past weekend was my friend Trina's wedding, and it was beautiful. It was also hot, but it was beautiful and it didn't rain, so, you know, can only win so many. During this time, I was able to we drove up on Friday. I knit on these. I popped the heels in. I knit on these. I brought them to the wedding, and I got, is that the wedding? Yeah, I want to say this done at the wedding. And by at the wedding, I mean I met up with her at like 11 in the morning. And she got her hair done, I knit. She got her makeup done, I knit. Then I drove her because she was so nervous, like happy nerves. But I drove her up to where the wedding was, and then we hung out there, and I took a bunch of pictures for her since her photographer wasn't there. So I didn't get any knitting time in those sections. And then I did a row or two at the reception. So this is the Ever After colorway by Felici. The toes are my Sea Dragon colorway. I'm doing Afterthought heels, so they're popped in, and actually it fit perfectly right on a stripe. Don't you love it when that happens? So I'll be taking out the row that touches, so it'll be one row, the last row of blue, and I'll take out one row of purple, so it'll split right on the seam. I love it when that happens. These are quite soon going to be done. I think I've got about 2 to 3 more stripes, and in here I'm using it to the last drop. So I see blue, purple, and then magenta. So blue, purple, magenta. So there's about this much more hanging out inside here, and that's it. Like, that's all I'm gonna get. So after that, I will switch to the cuffs, and these are a Christmas present for a friend. So it's gonna go really, really well. And now I've got her wedding knit into these, and it just means a lot when you have memory socks like that. All right, moving on into my bag from Monica, which I absolutely love. It's my, we decided, Ravens bag. And I am working on my West knit. I am doing pretty good here. Yeah. I can't tell which side's the front, okay. So I am still trucking through. Got a lot more done, but not enough. There it is. Trucking through Potions Master because this section is huge. It's beautiful. It's also huge. So, right now my jelly bean is here, and I just have to get to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more short rows. But remember, I lose almost 17 stitches of short row this time, so that really cuts the number down fast. So I was able to get a few more rows done on this week, but it's not done. I wonder why. Did you cast on something new, Meg? Oh yes, I did. 'Cause I'm bananas. All right, so I'm gonna take this to knit night and I am gonna work on this. And hopefully I will have it done this weekend. That's the goal. Good Lord. It's gorgeous. I'm so easily distracted. I'm so easily distracted. It's so bad. Next to last, my test knit. How's that going? Well, I separated for the sleeves and I tried it on and it fits. I tried it on and it fits. I put it on. I put the little thingies on the waist for sleeves and all that. And I've been like looking at it and I'm like, my increases are so messy on the edges. And I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I also placed one of the eyelets in the wrong spot. I was on the back row and I was like, oh, I can just like fudge it. No, I couldn't. It's still gonna be really pretty. I can just kind of like do this. So this is not what you saw last week. This is a brand new thing. After last week, I shut down the camera and I went and I wound up all of what I had done because I was not happy with it. So this is a brand new thing and I did it in 2 days and it's still wrong. It's still wrong because I found out I was doing the increases, the make one lefts and make one rights, wrong. So it is never too late to learn something new, and I don't want to make something that is not correct. So this is also getting frogged. This is what you get for making your own pattern. So test knitters, hold your breath because I'm not there yet, but it's getting there. I have the skeleton. I understand what's supposed to happen at each section. I can tell you that's a cable, that's an increase, that's this is that, da-da-da. I can see it all. I can break it down and hand you the pieces of Lego. I'm having trouble putting them back together because I didn't have the correct information. So now that I properly understand how to increase on the make one lefts and make one rights, I can better do my shoulders and I can nix out the pearls that I put at either end to try to accentuate that because they're not looking that nice and they actually look really messy and I don't want that. So I'm taking it out again and I'm starting out. So yes, that is what I am up against as a designer at the moment. I have hopes that I will have it out for my birthday, but school's coming up and that definitely cuts down the knitting time, so. I like green tea. I really like green tea, and I forget how much I like green tea until I drink copious amounts of it. Then I'm like, I like green tea. Okay, so I went into my store, my yarn store, my local yarn store, Woolwinders, on Tuesday, and I was over at the Malabrigo wall, and very nice ladies come over. One of them's like, what can I help you with? And I'm like, well, I'd like to make the Pavement sweater by Vera Valimaki. And, you know, I think I want to use Malabrigo yarn, and I'll know it when I see it. And she's like, okay, well, let me know if you need any help. Very sweet. I'm like, okay. So, perusing through And at first I was like, maybe it isn't here. Like, maybe what I'm looking for isn't here. Like, that's such a bummer. And then I started kind of looking again, because I've already worked with this yarn before. This is the Marte colorway. I've used this and I've made a Reina. I finished my Grocery Girls in it. I've made a pair of mittens with it. And I was like, you know what, I really like that color. And I think it would look really good on me. So I did a thing. And I have cast on the Pavement sweater by Vera Valimaki. I was quite confused at the beginning, and my back edge is not very neat because I was confused, and I'm not sure what to do about that. I don't know if I should try to crochet a chain, like a tight chain, across it so that it doesn't have any give and it just sits rigid. I am probably not going to wet block this sweater, guys, so don't tell me to do that, because it already fits perfectly, and if I wet block it, it's gonna get all baggy and gross. That's how mine get. It also rolls in the front, so I'm gonna spray that. I'm gonna spray the crap out of it, and then I'm gonna pin it. Okay, so this is the Pavement sweater by Vera Valimaki. It is in Malabrigo in the M-A-R-T-E, Marte colorway. And this is how much I've gotten done since Tuesday. It's Friday. And this is what I actually want to take to knit night. And this is what I actually want to take to the lake this weekend. But I really should take my West knit and those socks and get them both done. Ugh. Curse my ADHD brain. Like, this is all I want to work on. I'm obsessed with it. Like, I love it so much. But just like, look how pretty that brown is. It's like rust and brown, and it's all, oh, it's all so gorgeous. And I've learned about casting on under the arms and not being afraid to cast on more stitches. Like, I've learned how to properly increase, because like reading the directions, I was doing it my own way for the first one. I was like, I have a hole. I have a hole here. What am I doing wrong? And then I like really read her directions, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then I tried it and I was like, oh, I've been doing this wrong for years. I'm still probably gonna do it my old way for socks, because it looks fine, doesn't bug me. But like for sweaters, ooh, my world has changed. So, I am in love with it. I'm working on a size 6. I think the pattern calls for a 7. I went down to a 6. I am making the large size on one size down needle. And it was in between like 16 or 20 stitches under the arm, and I picked a number in between and cast that on. So yeah, I'm in love with it. I love it so much. It's so stupid. I just like turn into a babbling idiot when it gets in the room. I have a sweater crush. I have a sweater crush on this sweater, and I want to wear it in the worst way. You know what? Maybe do what makes you happy, and I will just take it to the lake because I can. Oh, I have 7 more inches of stockinette. That requires time. And time is the weekend, and I'm not going to get that time when school starts, and I just want to wear it to school in the worst way. I want to wear it the worst way. Oh, I love it so much. So, yeah, that's all the squealing that I have to do for today. I'm using the like chocolate frog jelly bean from, try that again, Simply Serving. Adore. So, I had, story time, I had a brown V-neck, short sleeve, and had a bit of an empire waist, because that was the style in 2004. I had a brown shirt, and I don't know, I just felt like my hair looked so pretty when I wore brown. And my hair was very dark. And I don't know, I felt it looked so pretty. And this sweater makes me feel that way again. And it's just like, I don't know, like, anything that just makes you feel pretty, you should absolutely be working on. because I do. I feel very pretty in this. I feel like this is just a culmination of my sweater things. I wish the back was a little cleaner. That's my only thing, is I got turned around on the first 2 rows of the directions, and so it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. What do you gotta do? So, I am going to do a split hem. I'm doing it slightly different than the pattern. I am going to do the front as one entity and the back as one entity, and I'm going to do the short rows, and I'll probably use I won't do wrap and turns. I will do the Fish Lips Kiss heel turn version, and I will do ribbing at the bottom, and I will probably go down a needle size, maybe a 4 instead of a 6, and I'm going to make the front shorter. The front is a little shorter than the back. I'm going to make the back a little shorter than the pattern calls for. I think that was the blocking, though. I think it probably makes, like, it probably works out the way that I would want it to, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I don't want to mess it up at the end. I want it to be just as beautiful as she wrote it, but I just don't want the front. I want the front a little shorter, and I want the back a little shorter. So just gonna make those tiny adjustments. Other than that, 3/4 length sleeves. I will be doing the garter edging. I don't really like garter edging, but that is what this sweater called for, and I really liked how it looked in the front of this and everything, so I was like, well, if that's what it calls for, you know? All right, so I've significantly slowed down, but I need to pick back up in my speed of talking. This is living in my Stitching Plaza bag, which is my Beauty and the Beast bag, and I absolutely love it. And then that will bring us right into acquisitions. So, as I mentioned, I was in Woolwinders the other day, and what can you do but support your local shops, right? So, as I bought 3 skeins of Malabrigo for the sweater, I was a little bit worried about running out. So, I started with 1 ball. Then after I split for the sleeves, I started alternating skeins. And the top isn't that bad, but I just think it will help. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. So I'm alternating skeins throughout the body, 2 skeins of Malabrigo Marte in very similar colorways. I really don't think I need to, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I also bought a 4th skein in case I needed it. This is the Malabrigo Sock Rayon in the Vert colorway, V-E-R-T. And it looks like this. And it's got like plum, and it's got some greens, and almost like, yeah. Really pretty. So this is going to be my last resort type of thing. I am going to finish the body, and I'm going to do some of the short rows, put it on hold. I'm going to knit the sleeves and hopefully finish them, and then I'm going to assess how much yarn I have left, and then I am going to go back. Because, okay, so the 4th skein, I bought 3 skeins, and the 4th skein of Malabrigo was super different. It was like very orangey. It just looked very different. And disappointingly, the one that I put into the Grocery Girls would have matched perfectly. That would have been skein 4. I'm hoping I can get away with 3 skeins because I don't want it quite as long. I don't want the, you know, like there's quite a few things I feel like I'm working around. So I did buy Vert. It is very close to the color. It is not the color, but it is very close to the color, and it would look fine striped in at the edges. I feel like it would give it a little bit of a fade, and I'd be okay with that. So this is, it's on the bench, it's in the wings, it's waiting to be called in. It might have to happen. If not, it would make a very nice grocery girl. Also, I saw these socks on Jilly's podcast. Hi, Jilly! Jilly is of the Knitting Broomstick podcast, and she just started a Knitting Broomstick Etsy. Yay! So she makes bags. This is a perfect line, which means they will match perfectly. You simply wind your ball or knit one sock from the end of this yellow through till you hit the other yellow. And then you cut it and you start your second sock. So they're going to look like this. And Jilly said that they were perfect Halloween socks, and I completely agree. So I think that this is just going to have to happen. This is the Regia line, and it comes with 459 yards. It's a lot. Yeah. 2 identical socks from one ball. So I am really, really excited. I am gonna probably wind them into 2 balls so that I can do 2 at a time the way I like to. But yeah, isn't that fun? Like, I'm so excited. It's just so cool. And I love the purple. This purple sings to me. And it's gonna be the cuffs, which is so cool. It looks like they do purple in the cuffs until you see the red coming out of the ball, and then they switched to knitting stockinette, and that stockinette then goes into a red stripe. So cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. I think it's called Sandals, but I don't know why. I think it should be called Halloween. But anyway, so this was another acquisition because supporting your local yarn shops are important. So I got 3 skeins of Malabrigo and a skein of Perfect, and yeah, okay. So also supporting friends is important. So this is Ginny Weasley from Nomadic Yarns, who is Ashley, and I absolutely adore Ashley's work. I've done giveaways with her yarn because I think everybody should try it. It's amazing. And I am slowly collecting the Weasley family. I don't have Arthur Weasley yet, but I'm going to. It's Ginny. That violet green is amazing. Just look at it screaming out there. So I almost cast these on because I can't have a skein of Nomadic Yarns sit in my stash and not cast it on, especially when it's that nice twisty sport and it doesn't take forever to knit a pair of socks. Molly Weasley was actually my first socks of the year, and I cast them on at 12:30 in the morning in the new year. I'm just sitting on the floor, like, Pat's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm casting on socks, because I can. A weirdo at 12:30 in the morning. So, very excited to be working with my new Ginny Weasley colorway. And yeah, it's just... All right, and as a final acquisition, I belong to the Hogwarts Running Club on Instagram, and I had signed up. Let's see if I can get the whole name. Here we are. Hogwarts Running Club. Whoop whoop. So I signed up for the Eternal Glory race, which is this, and it's 4 miles. So you owe 4 miles. And I haven't done mine yet, so I haven't earned my medal yet, but I will show it to you. It's the Eternal Glory, and it's 4 champions, 4 miles, 1 cup, or 1 house. And then on the back, almost cried. It's the gravestone from the 4th book with the Reaper, and it has Cedric Diggory's name on the tombstone. Oh my word. Were they trying to punch us all right in the feels? Because, jeez. So it says, kind, honest, brave, and true, right to the very end. Right in the feels. Oh my word. I never had a medal make me like cry before. Just say that. It's beautiful. The artwork is beautiful, and it's the 27th. But where would a good race be if they didn't come with t-shirts? So I supported the Teespring, Patreon, whatever they had going on. I know that they use this certain fabric in t-shirts, and Kay, I've talked about this fabric before. It is phenom. It is amazing. I already have 2 shirts in it. I have the one that says the Hogwarts Running Club, and then I got Pat the shirt that said Ravenclaw, then I got myself the shirt that said Gryffindor, and now I have an Eternal Glory shirt, okay? But the best is this. And it's the mermaids from the lake. I can't. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. It's nice and comfy. I think I got the XL. Because the large fits, but I like this squishiness of the XL. But I could fit into a large. Oh, it's so cute. So on the back, it says Eternal Glory. Oh, so cool. I almost wore this on the podcast today, but as I said, it gets a little warm with the window. So, yeah, I absolutely love my mermaid hair don't care shirt. Cannot even handle how much I love that. So yes, I have a mess around me that I have to clean up now, and that brings me into goals. Goals this week is work on something other than the pavement. Like, at least finish the socks. I am just a few stripes off. I could take the socks to knit night tonight and probably get to the ribbing, if not into the ribbing. But I just don't feel like it. All I want to do is knit on my pavement. It's just like KT from Inside Number 23 with she's like, it's like an obsession. Like, I love it. I don't want to work on anything else. I get it. It's just so fun. I don't know. And right now I have 16 inches of stockinette, and I don't know, I'm still having fun. I don't know. I might have cracked. It might be the before school stress where like I literally had stress dreams of like, oh my gosh, the 6th graders don't have their sketchbooks. And then I have to go and order them, or like other things. I don't know. So I am gonna go into school after this and work on that. So that brings me into Babbel. And with Babbel, just comes a bit of, this and that. Trina got married last weekend. It was beautiful. It was also like 89 degrees, but it was beautiful. They tried their darndest to keep us all cool. And most of the day I was in air conditioning, so grateful. I also put my hair up and like threw it into a back knot and twisted all of this back and got it off my face because I was like, there is no way that I am leaving anything down in this humidity. No way. No way. Because it was just going to turn into a big puffball. So, I did the right thing. My hair looked gorgeous all the way up until 10:30 when we left. So, that was a win. Yeah, it was beautiful. They did their vows. They had their first dance. The cakes were awesome. They had this like really cool buffet where it was like chicken and pulled pork and brisket and oh my gosh, like southern cooking, honestly. Like, it was all so good. And then what else? I'm currently out of sparkle in the shop, the yarn, and I am going to be ordering some hopefully next week. That's when they're expecting to get it back in. So just bear with me. I do have some twisty sparkle, but not a ton. Kind of low on a few things. I had recently, my credit card had expired, and I was waiting for a new one to come in the mail. Didn't come. So I was without a debit card for 24 days, and that's just been a nightmare. But now I have it, thank God, and I got my name changed on it, so now I'm Megan Myers-Regan, which I love, and yeah. Oh, I missed our Regan family picnic last week because of Trina's wedding. I'm so sad, because I really think it would have been fun. But there was no way I was missing Trina's wedding. Like, that was just laughable. Other than that, school is already overwhelming. There's the thingy. Okay. School is already overwhelming. I'm just so excited yet stressed over it. I just need to get my game plan on, and then I'll be fine. I think it just needs to happen. Really, it's like the week before, and one more day. It's like my last day of freedom, and I'm gonna go to school. And then I sit there and I'm like, should I go to school? And then I'm like, yes, I need to go to school because I need to put posters up and make my classroom look okay for the kids to come in. But I have time to do that next week. But are you gonna have enough time because you're gonna be in meetings and you're gonna be at the Basilica and you're gonna have to do things? The struggle is so real. Am I out of focus? No, I think I'm right. So yeah. I am going to the lake this weekend, Lake Anna in Virginia, and I'm going with my aunt and my uncle, my mom, my dad, my grandmom, and Patrick and T. And I actually have to run over to the office to check if her life vest is there, because she will want to go swimming and I will want her to be safe. So, life vest it is. But I think it's going to be fun. I am also planning on packing, maybe I'll pack the socks and the sweater. See? Yeah, a little bit of both, maybe. I'm trying. I swear I'm trying. Speaking of trying, I have been trying to kind of monitor my inhalation of food as it's become. I'm noticing that my measurements are not what I want them to be, and so I'm working on kind of whittling that down so I fit better into my clothes. So been working on that. I've hit the gym for 3 days this week, which is better than no days. So I got up and did my workout this morning. I debated being like, oh, I could just have a cup of coffee and watch a podcast. But no. I got up, I did my cardio, I got my shower, I did things. Proud of me. Right here. And then last year when I finished school, I suggested to the ladies at Woolwinders that they start a knit night, because I know Second Story Knits, which is, I wouldn't say it competing, but sort of, because one's in Bethesda, one's in Rockville. They're not in direct competition, but I was like, they do a knit night and it's free, and all Woolwinders was offering at the time was safari classes, which means you buy a class for like $90 or more, and then you get 3 meetups, and they're like 3 hours long. And they teach you entrelac, double knitting, socks 2 at a time, that kind of stuff. Problem is, I can teach myself. I'm very capable. I have taught myself everything. Now, admittedly, I did teach myself wrong how to increase, but I probably saw that in a video somewhere, so mimicry? Anyway, if I had seen someone do it the way that I just read it done, I would have had it on the first go. So, I was like, I live right around the corner. It would be so great to have a knit night here, because I don't want to drive to Bethesda at 9 o'clock or home from Bethesda at 9 o'clock at night. And they were like, oh yeah, well, we'll see in the new year. And I'm like, okay. So, things are coming around. I'm in there on Tuesday and they're like, hey, there's gonna be a knit night on Friday. And I'm like, oh, how much does it cost? And they're like, it's free, just bring a snack. And we only have 30 spots, but it's not filled yet. And I'm like, okay. Because we're actually going to be home this Friday, which is even better. I would have been so mad if we were driving up this Friday and I couldn't go. Oh, I would have been so mad. So, I am going to Woolwinders tonight, and I'm going to have a knit night with people, like real physical, tangible people. Might even make a friend. Who knows? Yeah, it's pretty exciting. And then Pat, of course, I tell him I'm going to knit night, and an hour later he looks at me and he goes, why don't we go out tomorrow? We'll go to dinner, have a date night. I'm like, I just told you, and I put it on the calendar, which is joined to yours. Seriously? Now you want to take me out? We usually go out on Fridays, to be honest. It's true. We normally don't go out during the week at all. We cook, and then on Friday we go out. So I tried to suggest we went out yesterday when it was free. Boys. love them, but anyway. Yeah, and I think that's about everything. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. Just remember to take it one cup at a time, no matter how large that cup may be, and I will see you next week. Bye! I just gotta know. I can't have it any other way. Swear she's destined for the screen. Closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.